Today I'm presenting a tech talk on backup and archive to cloud via AltaVault. AltaVault is a Netapp product which is used for the backup to cloud. I would like to start my session with a beautiful quote by Vinci Lombardi. Perfection is not attainable, but if we chase perfection, we can catch excellence. Hi, this is Qayyum Anwar Syed. I'm a cloud consultant in leading firm in India. So let's see about the today's agenda of talk. I have divided the entire series into two series. First one is for the AltaVault ecosystem, features and functions, workflow, AltaVault models, and most important thing is a demo, how the AltaVault works in a real-time scenario. Okay, and the second series I'm going to do for the configuration of cloud, configuration of AltaVault, configuration of backup software, configuration of Netapp storage for the snap mirror to back up the snapshots. So let's start with our first series, series 1, and here we are the AltaVault ecosystem. We'll be talking more on AltaVault functions, features, and how it is going to use, but in our later presentation. But that I would like to show you where exactly AltaVault will fit in your environment. If you take a most common scenario, we'll have a virtualization network, storage, application, and the backup softwares, and the entire environment will be backed up to a tape silos or an offsite location. Okay, so this is where the exactly AltaVault fits. If it can be fit either after the backup software or after the Netapp storage, directly to send your data to a securely encrypted and deduplication and compressed form, any public or private cloud of your choice. Let's talk about the AltaVault features and functions. AltaVault is open, efficient, secure, and simple. These are the four easiest way we can define the AltaVault. Open in terms of compatibility, it can be integrated with your existing backup software or any public or private cloud storage. Efficient because it uses the inline deduplication, compression, and it can give you up to 30:1 ratio of data reduction. Secure, it keeps your data encrypted in all times, either at the time of rest or at in transit. Simple, this AltaVault, it will enable you to set up your from scratch to cloud protected in less than 30 minutes, and even restore entire site data will take approximately equal amount of time. Okay, let's see how the solution workflow. We have a production site integrated with AltaVault and a public cloud storage. In our example, we have chosen Google Cloud Storage. Once the setup is done, we're ready to replicate the data between a cloud, and we can take the restore from the same location. Suppose we see that if our site is down, production site is down, some DR hit the production site, so we can get ready our DR site, build a DR site, and restore our entire cloud data to the newly built site and start our production as if nothing has happened. Okay, this is how the workflow of the solution works. Let's see the AltaVault model. AltaVault is available in 3 different models: physical, virtual, and cloud-based appliance. These are features and functions are same in all of them, just a difference on specification like cache size, cloud capacity, and connectivity. You can get more details on specific models in Netapp site. Link is given below. Okay, let's see the demo infrastructure, because today is our let's discuss about the demo infrastructure, because today's main series is demo, how the actual AltaVault works. So we have a Netapp 1 node cluster with ONTAP 9.1. We have a domain controller. We have a Windows Server 2008 R2 installed with NetBackup 7.7.3, and we have a AltaVault virtual appliance AVA v2 with a software version of 4.3.1. To access all this infrastructure, we have a jump host, which is a Windows 2012 R2. So this is about the infrastructure. Let's see about the demo scenarios. Today we are covering three major scenarios which will show you how exactly AltaVault works. One is backup and restore network drive data to the same or the new location. Backup or restore of Netapp volumes via Snapshot from cloud. And the third is very important scenario, backup and restore all kind of data to a remote DR site. We are making your entire site down and we are bringing up the site to the new data set. Okay guys, let's start our demo. I have logged into a jump host which is connecting to all component of our demo. Let's start our demo with starting with AltaVault. Already AltaVault is configured with the Google Cloud. We'll be discussing in depth on how each component is being configured in our next video series. This is how the AltaVault looks. This is a home screen. You'll have a dashboard which shows the storage optimization, system status, appliance information. You can see the AVA v2 and the cloud connectivity, to which cloud we have connected, replication data, anything pending replication data, it will be visible here. Optimization services, this is what we can see, the service is ready and the status is ready. This is appliance ready and this is the services running. Okay, and this is the storage optimization. It shows how much data you have uploaded to the Google, uploaded to the cloud, and you can see the deduplication factor. So the 960 MB of data you have sent to the cloud, but the actual data you have ingested from the backup server, you have taken from the backup server is 5.75 GB. That is up to 6x data duplication factor. You can see that. Let's come back. We'll come back to those parts in a later part of our videos. Okay. So let's see first the cloud settings. These are the 5 types of storage you can see in the AltaVault. First, cloud settings. This is where the data destination would be, and you can see the details, which cloud you are sending to, what will be the project IDs, and the more information will come to this video or during the configuration. For now, just remember what kind of storage you have provided. This is a SMB for the safe shares. Some kind of storage backup systems require a SIF target. For those kind of backup softwares, we have provided SIF shares. You can remember there is a NBU share we have created. We'll be using this in our later part of demo scenarios. We have provision for NFS. Right now we have not given any NFS share because we don't have any demo infrastructure for NFS visibility. And OST share. This is for the open storage technology. This is predominantly used by the NetBackup software as a data store. We have created one OST regular share. You can see that. And we have given OST operator. This is a user which is only can be accessed OST data store. Next comes the snap mirror. We'll be discussing how we are setting up the snap mirrors. Okay. So for now, you just see there are shares which are automatically created during a snap mirror initialize command, and we have a whitelist IP. Whitelist IP is a intercluster LIF IP. You can get this information on the storage cluster with the netint command, and we have to provide this IP, whitelist IP, the intercluster LIF IP, to form a relationship. There are some other settings other than the storage. You can configure a lot of networking settings which interface to be used, which management interface to be used, and a lot of alarming and users, everything you can set it. There is a next to it is a reporting tab. You can see the reporting, storage optimization reporting, front-end throughput, back-end throughput. Front-end throughput is nothing but the ingest data, whatever you are receiving from the backup softwares or the on-prem environment, it is a front-end throughput. And whatever you are sending to the cloud, this is shows you the back-end throughput. And replication cloud operations, you can see a number of ops you're using to the cloud, because cloud providers are charging for per ops basis as well, some of them, so you can be more monitoring those as well. Okay, disk IOs throughput, these are the CPU utilization, everything from the appliance point of view. Okay, so these are a little bit of system dumps, process dumps, TCP dumps, licensing. These are the maintenance help. User logs, you can see if something goes bad. System logs, you can see. Okay, this is all about the AltaVault, the basic functionality, and this is a pretty simple interface, but high-end functionality. So, team, let's start with our first scenario. What we have discussed is backup and restore Netapp drive data, network drive data to the same or the new location. Which network drive we are talking about, and what we are going to take a backup. So let's first log into a cluster. This is a Netapp cluster we are logging in. So let's see what we are talking about, which network drive we are backing up. Okay, so I have created a LUN on Netapp. This is of 5 GB data, and it has been mapped to a NetBackup group. You can see this is an iGroup NetBackup. If I sing iGroup show, you can see we are mapping to a NetBackup server. So where exactly the NetBackup we have? Let's log into our RDP manager, and let's connect to the NetBackup. This is it. This is and I have mapped as a NetEnd drive. You can see the iSCSI initiator it's been using. It is connected to Netapp, and we have mapped that drive. And you can reconfirm that via a server manager. You can see we have a Netapp drive N, which is of 5 GB of data. Okay, so this is where our network drive is coming from. We have added some data in it. Let's add one more folder to it. As we are showing the demo, we can create some folder, AV demo, and we can copy the same backup data inside the AV demo. This is of around 500 MB, as I remember. Yes, it is around 482 MB. So as a just recap, we have already created a Netapp LUN, and we have mapped to the NetBackup server, and we have added some data to it. Now it's a time to take a backup of that. So to take a backup, first I can directly take from the backup client, but I would like to show you what the net target of this backup is. So let's log into the NetBackup console, master console. Okay, this is my master console, NetBackup console. I can show you, these are the storage units we have created. If we double click, you can see that hopefully it is visible. a Netapp AltaVault, and we have a AV OSTTP. This is a storage pool we have created, and this storage pool is coming from the AltaVault. Okay, so and these are some policies we have created to take a backup, and this is a policy which will be taking our N drive backup. So let's see the source of it, and you can see the target of it. Okay, this is a backup selection. You can see the N drive we have selected, and in the attribute you can see the SLP1. SLP1 is nothing but the storage lifecycle policy which we have created. This is again pointing to OST storage. You can see here. This is pointing to the OST storage. This OST storage is nothing but the AltaVault. Okay, so let's run the policy so we can see the backup. We are taking the manual backup. Full. Started. Let's see the activity monitoring. Our backups are started. It's running. Process number job ID 594. Okay, you can see the blue man. This says the backup is successful. You can just right click and check. Status is 0, successfully completed. Okay, so at this point our backup is done and it's been sent to the AltaVault. Now let's try to restore it by deleting some of the data from the network drive. So this is what we have just now created it, right? So let's delete the entire folder. Let's delete it. Okay, we don't have any copy of it, just a backup we have. Let's restore it using a backup client. Okay, the 27, you can see the latest backup we have. This is a full backup, this is a differential backup. You can see we have a AV demo here. Click on it, entire thing, and restore it. Restore everything to the original location. We are not changing. So I want to cover the other part of it. We can select any other location if you want. Maybe suppose a desktop we can do it. Let's do it on the desktop, or you can restore to the original location. So I want to cover the other part of this demo, other part of the scenario where we are restoring to the other location. Restore was successfully initiated. You can see the progress of it. The restore operation is in progress. You remember we have just selected the desktop as a new restore location. Okay, it's successful. Let's see whether our restore is successful or not. Let's go back to system. Yeah, you can see that. This is a backup data and entire thing is restored. Excellent. So this was our first scenario, guys. Let's move on to the second scenario, which shows backup and restore of Netapp volume via Snapshot from cloud. Here we don't need a NetBackup client for this scenario, so we are just shutting down. Okay, so Netapp storage have an excellent feature called Snapshot, which is a point-in-time view of the active file system. AltaVault gives a opportunity to store directly snapshot to a cloud without any conversion of any format conversion, or no need of any alteration for that. Directly we can take the snapshot and send it to the cloud. To see this demo, I would like to start with Netapp cluster. Log into the cluster, and we can see what version it is running. It is 9.1 because this AltaVault feature SnapMirror AltaVault started from 9.1, and you can see the wall show. We have a couple of volumes which are not relevant to the scenario. So I'm creating a fresh volume, and so let's see how this is we are working on. I have created few demo commands. Instead of typing, you can just but I would like to show you what the commands are doing. I'm creating a fresh volume named AV demo with aggregate 1 and the size of 2 GB, and I'm just changing the snapshot policy. This is the default, and I'm mounting that volume and creating a shift share so we can see the data on it. So let's start by creating the volume and changing the policy. It is creating the volume and changing the snapshot policies. Now show the wall show. You can see our AV demo is ready. Now I'm mounting this volume to a junction path and creating a shift share of it. These are the basic Netapp commands, no need of further explanation on it. But still, if you are new to Netapp, this is what the junction path it will be mounted to, and this is a shift share to access from any Windows client. So let's see how our shift share looks like. AV demo, this is a share. So let's go to our share. .135 is a filer IP and AV demo. Okay, here we are. This is a blank share just now in front of you I have created. Let's put some data in it. I'm creating a text file, test1 world. Okay, so this is a test file I have created. Let's put some other data in it. And let's see. Okay, some dummy data. I'm just taking it. Okay, I have added some data in it. Now we are ready. So just to recap, we have created a volume. We have mounted that volume as a shift shares, and I would suggest make a network drive of it, because every time we don't have to type it. So let's map this as a network drive. We can say X drive. Okay. Okay, here we are. So I'm just closing it. Let's close this as well because we don't need anything. So now we have created a volume. We have added some data to it, and it's already been mounted. Now let's create a relationship to the AltaVault. So what is this relationship all about? It will point to the storage destination of SnapMirror replication, where exactly we need to. This is just a relationship creation. We are creating a relationship. I'll tell you and explain the commands, what I'm using it. Okay. We are creating a SnapMirror with a source of AV volume. You can see this is a source, AV demo, what we have created a few minutes back. And destination is the IP. This is a AltaVault IP and share followed by the share name. Now you might be wondering, what is the share name about? Okay. To show this, let's go back to AltaVault, configure SnapMirror. You can see these are the SnapMirror shares, but we don't have any AV demo because whenever we hit the command SnapMirror initialize, it will create on its own. Okay, so this is of type XTP. Because this is a vaulting solution, we are creating of type XTP. Let's hit enter and we can see SnapMirror is created. SnapMirror show. Okay, you can see the AV demo. It's been created, but it's in the uninitialized. So we need to initialize it now. What's the command for initialize? It's a simple SnapMirror initialize command. Give the destination path of it, and we are done. SnapMirror initialize, destination path, source path, and we are done. SnapMirror show. Okay, you can see it is in the SnapMirror state and idle. Now go back to AltaVault and just refresh it. You can see the AltaVault share has been created automatically. SVM AV demo. If you just enter to that, you can see one snapshot, which is a SnapMirror snapshot. You can see it, and the state is pending because already it is in the transfer state, and once you refresh it, you can see it is in complete status. Okay, so our relationship has been created. Now let's create a snapshot. So already we have added some data to the volume, and we can see that. Let's create a snapshot so we can send that snapshot to the cloud. And here's a command for snapshot creation. Snap create volume name and snapshot name. And I have given the name as snap1. Okay, now we can see snap list, snap show, AV demo. Okay, here you can see the snap1 has been created. So now we need to send this snapshot. Already we have a snapshot policy, SnapMirror policy, which will trigger this update. But we don't want to wait till that time. So what we are doing is we are running a manual update so you can transfer that snapshot. You can see SnapMirror update, source and destination path, and we are using that snap1. SnapMirror show. Okay, it's idle. So already the snapshot has been transferred. How we can verify it? We can go back to AltaVault, just refresh it. Once you refresh it, you can see, or we can see the snap1, which is in complete status and timestamp, what we have just created. Okay, so now the snapshot has been created and we have sent to the cloud. No, so what's the next stage is? We'll be deleting the data. So already we have mapped that drive as X drive, AV demo. Let's go to the drive and delete the data. You want to delete the entire data? You can do it. First we'll delete just one file, which is a test one, because I want to show you a file restore from the snapshot. Okay, we have deleted the snapshot. Just refresh. Okay, so now the snapshots, we have deleted the data in it. Let's do a restore of that particular one file. How we can do that? So restore also very simple. This is a command for restore. What we are doing here is we are restoring the individual file from the cloud. So I'll run through this command, snap mirror restore source path. Source path here, it will be a reverse. We are using the source as a cloud, and this is a AV demo share what we have created, and destination path is the volume, and the source snapshot. What snapshot we are using is a snap 1, you can see, and the file list. We can give the individual file list, what file we want to restore, or we can, if we eliminate, if we remove the file list, it will restore the entire volume itself. Okay, but we don't want to do that. We'll be doing that in our next scenario. Okay, so here we are just restoring the file. Hit the enter. You can see the job is in queued. Job show. It will list the job which is in running. You can see the last job which is running, 3645 job ID, and you can check the snap mirror status as well. Okay, this is the actual snap mirror relationship, but we are more concentrating on this relationship, which shows the item. It is of type RST. It is of restore type. You can see it's of mirror status, mirror type. Okay, you can see the job is back as a success. Okay, let's see the snap mirror show. What is the status there? It will be in a broken off status. Delete the relationship. Now go back to our share. This is our X drive, and we can see our text file. Test1 is back available. Okay, guys. So after this, I want to show you another thing, like the entire volume restore. But before that, we'll be covering that session in the scenario 3, because I want to restore the entire volume on a remote site, where on the DR site. Before that, let's take another file, test2, and we'll be putting as hello world wall restore demo. Okay, so let's save this file. Okay, we are done. Now I want to take another snapshot because I have added another data to it. Let's go back to our snap creation. Snap create, I'm creating a snap 2. I have just updated the name on the same thing. Let's see the snap list. Okay, snap 2 is there. Let's update that snapshot as well, so it can we can transfer that snapshot as well. Snap mirror update snapshot 2. Let's see the snap mirror status of it. It is snap mirrored. We can reconfirm that using just to refresh to the volume, and you can see the snap 2, and it is in pending state because still it is transferring. One more refresh. It's complete. Okay, so this is where we have just a recap of it. We have created a volume, we have mounted it, and we have added some data to that mount point, and we have deleted the files, and we have restored from cloud. we have added another file for volume restored. We'll be covering in our next lecture. Okay, guys, that was our second scenario. Now we are left with one more scenario, which is more exciting and which will leave you thrilled. That is for DR to the entire new site. We are moving the entire data to the new site. Without further delay, let's go to our third scenario, the complete site data recovery. But one